That was the first 13 nights of Halloween. And what comes soon may not be pretty.
Happy Halloween!
Halloween!
That's actually really offensive to witches. I was thinking about it earlier.
Oh yeah, you're kind of right.
Like, I don't want to stereotype, and I don't want to like make fun of witches.
Ever. I take it back.
That's just how it was. Just how I was laughing.
It's kind of like how witches normally laughed. Yeah.
Did you ever get into witchcraft? No.
No, I never got into witchcraft.
You know, I
but,
like fully got into witchcraft.
Yeah. I think my closest thing to witchcraft is like maybe like reciting all of the Halloweentown.
Wait, can you do it?
Beinti ma, beinti getir, beinti gien, beinti ma. That's actually all I know is this
You're
first
just
three
like
things.
Sophie.
But don't I sound just like her?
Yeah, especially that voice you're doing. Can you do that in the Marge voice?
Beinti ma, beinti getir,
Why is it Stitch?
beinti gien, beinti ma.
Oh, Halloween Lilo!
That was really good.
I've always been good at the Stitch voice.
Yeah, you have been.
I am so fucking excited to be here today. This is honestly the dream for me. This is the episode I've been counting down to.
You've been talking about this for weeks.
For months. Since episode 1.
Yeah.
I've been like, Halloween is going to be the best episode of Good Children. Because this is the best time of year.
Yes, it is. The temperature is amazing.
It's chilly.
The pumpkins are stunning.
They smell amazing.
The food is incredible.
Pumpkin-y.
Pumpkin-y. The candy off the charts.
No, like, I know that I'm already suffering a weird skin issue right now. It's only gonna get worse. Because, like, the moment that we get a bag of candy for Halloween for our 0 trick-or-treaters, I am gonna eat every Reese's peanut butter cup. Followed by that every little Butterfinger bite-sized bar. Followed by that every single Snickers. Followed by that, if there's an M&M's pack, I'm gonna say, I don't really want those. I'm gonna have every single one of those, sucking them dry.
You know which one?
Suck them.
I would say we should just say fuck it. And
Almond Joy.
I'm
You love
actually
Almond Joy.
personally offended because I think that Almond Joy is probably one of the tops.
That's just so weird.
They're so good. That creamy coconut.
No.
Get rid of the almond. Mounds, fantastic. Three Musketeers.
What the fuck is a
hate
Three
those
Musketeers?
shits.
What the fuck is that?
I mean, why are people eating that? Actually, it's kind of like just have the Milky Way.
Like,
just
what?
add the caramel.
Literally, I have no idea what a Three Musketeers is, and I don't want to find out.
Like, whipped mousse.
Oh, I kind of like those.
You like the whipped mousse?
It's just like all of those. Like, I'm not going to be a Snickers or a Twix hater, but Snickers, Twix, Three Musketeers, Milky Way. Let's consolidate. We don't need 4 options.
You're kind of right.
We really don't need all 4.
They're all the same.
No, like no one, and I really do agree with you. No one is waking up in the morning saying, I could really use a Three Musketeer.
No, it's like, okay, like it had its time and people probably like them, but like put them aside.
Let's get over it.
Snickers, love. But if you're going to put Babe Ruth in the same bag as that you're going to put the Snickers, I'm going for Babe Ruth. Who's Babe Ruth?
I know Babe Ruth, but I don't ever think about Babe Ruth bars.
Oh, they come out once
for
a year.
Halloween.
They come out for Halloween, and that's for sure.
Mr. Goodbar.
Mr. Goodbar comes back
Fuck
out.
all of this shit.
All of them are like, yes, this is my time to shine. Crackle.
They're making them out. They make them up at this point. Like all of the a Crunch bar is the same thing as a Crackle, is it not?
It is.
It's just like we need to consolidate how many candy options there are. We don't need all of them, and I really have a feeling like I would like to speak to Crackle Corporate.
You are like the candy police.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier.
You look really, really good, Selena.
And so do you, Debbie Ryan. You're actually giving Debbie Ryan in the face almost.
Do you think that if I showed up to the casting of Jessie, they would cast me
They would
as
say,
Jessie?
Yeah, they'd be like, we actually want to fire Debbie because like you're giving Debbie.
I'm
You
that
look
makes a lot of
like
sense.
her. You look like Debbie Ryan.
That's something that I've always been saying to myself when I look at myself in the mirror is like,
You're like, is that Debbie Ryan?
Is that Debbie Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that now, specifically for those that are watching the video, and you absolutely should watch the YouTube, you're going to say the same exact thing.
Yeah.
This week is not Josh Gad. It's Debbie Ryan.
Yeah, someone did say Josh Gad.
Yeah.
What I like, is this almost a nursing dress?
Wait, it kind of is a nursing dress.
Is it?
Yeah. It could kind of be.
I kind of think it might be, Andrew.
I will say that the way that this dress cups my cleave is
it support you've always needed?
It's the support I've always needed. That mother,
well, she was right,
is so right. Is she's shaking in her boots? I am a C cup, and I'm embracing it.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
You seem like honestly at peace within this outfit right now. Like,
yeah, the way that I've been twirling my hair.
Yeah, I can't stop playing with it.
It's really crazy.
I am happy to be back in the habit right now. I'm happy to be back in my blunt black bob that I bought in 2020 as a Charlie D'Amelio wig.
And
the rest is history.
It's really, really, really nice to meet you again, Abigail.
It's great to see you. Surprise, bitch. It's crazy because, like, Abigail Williams, the Crucible character that I had my moment with on TikTok 2 years ago now, was just based on Emma Roberts. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, that was my Emma Roberts drag. Good children! Welcome to another episode of Good Children, the podcast where hosts JOE Hedges
and Andrew Muscarella
reflect on their 21 years of friendship, growing up in the late 2000s, early 2010s, and all of the nostalgia, trauma, and Halloween parties that entails.
That was incredible.
Thank you.
Jeez Louise.
Thank you so much.
Have you ever thought about being a voiceover actor?
Every day of my life since I turned like 8. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. Ohana means family.
Okay, so now we're gonna stick with the Stitch.
No, I won't do any more Stitch.
Oh, now it's French. Now it's French.
No, I'm not.
Maggie.
I can't. We're just getting psychotic. Oh my god. We already said it, but it's Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's Hollow Screams. It's Hollow Queen. It's Hollow Creamy. Hollow Creams.
Right off the bat.
Let's say it.
Halloween Wars on Food Network.
It's some of the most prime content on television.
It's bone chilling.
It is.
It's intense.
It's really, really scary because when they have all that fog,
yeah,
they're using all. It's honestly
when they're
quite gory.
Out carving a pumpkin. Pumpkin Wars also.
Pumpkin Wars.
Food Network.
Aaron Samuels has his hands in literally everything.
Is he doing that as well? Jonathan Bennett.
Has he been canceled?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
He's just gay.
Why? I'm like, yeah. I have the tea on him.
That was actually really alarming.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We're here.
We're here. Let's talk a little bit about Halloween itself.
The history of Halloween?
The history of Halloween, how we feel on Halloween, what adults feel on Halloween.
Right off the bat, I just want to say, like, I remember learning a lot about Halloween in religion.
Yes.
In like a weird way, because I feel like most people, like, it's the opposite. They go the opposite direction when it comes to like Catholicism.
But there's a holiday.
All Saints Day.
All Saints Day.
And I loved All Saints Day because I got off the day after Halloween every year in St. Anthony's, which was amazing for someone like me who just like didn't leave my house. But like I remember learning like about Devil's Night. That happens in like a portion of the country, right? They go out.
I don't know.
Before Halloween, they like cause mayhem. Were you an egger? Were you a shaving creamer?
Was I an egger, Joe? I would rather be run over and before I egged anybody's house. I got egged.
You got egged?
I was egged. Not me personally.
Oh my god, this is so you.
But my house was egged and my car was egged.
Your car?
Absolutely. The same car that those windshield wipers were taken off and keyed.
Wait, Andrew, people must have fucking hated your guts.
But the thing is, like, I don't know. Like, maybe I was so blind to the fact that I was that fucking annoying that people really...
You were blind to it?
No, I wasn't blind to it. I was kind of like, yeah, I'm annoying, but, like, not enough to, like, egg.
No, you were that annoying.
You think?
Yeah. Because it wasn't like, like, I'm not saying I was any less annoying, but like, I wasn't drawing attention to myself.
But at least you were like quiet.
That's what I'm saying. I was quietly annoying. you were annoying and you're like, I'm gonna run for class president. Like that
You're
is
right.
like really probably where people.
I'm going to Harvard.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, they were like,
everything
"Fuck
really worked
you,
out.
bitch.
Yeah. Take that extra large egg to the car, bitch. I'm like, yes.
Were you sobbing? Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. I kind of was more like a, why would they do this to me?
No,
You know, I was always victimizing myself.
I actually can't. I can't. Halloween for me. Should we mention the fact that you're very sick? It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks, so I guess it's fine that we can talk about it again. But like, yeah, I'm definitely working past an illness. I've gotten tested multiple times for COVID now, for strep. Joe keeps projecting flu on me.
Well, I just don't get why you would get tested for those two, but then like skip flu. It's like flu season, and you didn't get a flu shot.
Why would you bring up the flu shots?
Because you're anti-vax.
Why would you bring up the fact that I'm anti-vax?
You're ill, but you're getting through it, and I
Yeah.
feel like honestly, it's really you're putting on a brave face for the cameras, and that's amazing.
Thank you so much, because my
And
throat hurts.
Speaking of putting on a brave face, you're 8 years old. You're going trick or treating. Are you enjoying yourself?
The only thing that I'm living for is post trick or treating. I'm
candy
thinking
hall.
when I have my big bag of candy and I pour it out on that table, and I'm like, I have so much candy. How much do you have? That's all I'm thinking about. The actual trick or treating itself, I don't want to go up to the houses. I
I
don't.
literally
don't.
used to like cry about having to go trick or treating.
Yeah.
I was miserable
Yeah.
trick or treating.
Yep.
But we didn't stop.
We didn't stop because there was still something so exciting about being able to go out in town.
I just like
strutting in
walking
your
around town in
outfits.
costume.
Yes.
Like that's what I enjoyed.
But when you see that house with the bowl outside,
Oh
and
no,
it said,
that always
"Please
made me
take
sick.
one."
Were you a take one?
I was.
Yeah.
Because
of
again,
course.
we're good children. We're rule
Yeah.
followers. I was like, I'm good. If anything, I'd take two.
Yeah.
But for those
little
bowl
bitches,
dumpers,
the bowl dumpers.
if you were a bowl
Bowl
dumper,
dumper.
I want you to do some inner work.
Every bowl dumper has actually a lot of explaining to do and a lot of apologies to make.
Yeah.
I think that actually is how you can split society in two. It is like the take oneers and the bowl dumpers. And like, I honestly respect a bowl dumper because
Yeah.
I think that like if you're dumping the bowl, you are brave.
You have some courage. You have some big
Big balls. Big balls to dump a big bowl in your big bag.
Yep.
And I respect that. I fear it.
Yep.
And I don't want to be anywhere near it.
No.
The
It's a really good way
moment
to
that
put
I
it.
was with someone who tried to dump a bowl, I became the fucking cops.
Yeah.
I was like,
Put it back.
absolutely not. I was dumping my bag into the bowl.
Yeah. Because some people couldn't be home to give out the candy,
And,
and
they
that's
were
why they
still
put the
kind
bowl
enough
out.
to put the bowl out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kind enough.
Kind.
I will say, when I would go up to the door and they came out with the full bars,
Ugh.
it made it all worth it.
I don't know. There's something about the full bar bitches where I'm like, okay, like you're trying to flex.
It
you
was
have
a
full
flex.
bars, like
Because everyone would talk about, I'd be like, did you hear about the house on Smith Street? They're like, no. I'm like, they have full candy
I
bars.
know, but I was always like, okay,
I'm like,
I
they're
don't need a
dishing
fucking
out
full
so much money.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, I could just go to CVS and get a candy bar for $1, and that's
know.
also what always
know.
bothered me about trick or treating. Like,
Yep.
I was always like, why am I putting in manual labor
Yep.
for like an outcome that I really don't really want?
When you could have went to CVS, gotten the big bag of Halloween candy, and
For
been fine.
$14.99, and like also like being a kid, I'm like, wait, we literally have this at home.
And say what you want to say about trick or treating. Let's almost sing it together. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down my underwear. And if
I'm
that
obs-
didn't really,
The thing about the pulling down the
Underwear
underwear
part?
part,
it got weird. It
It's-
honestly got weird at smell my feet. I
Oh
could
my-
deal with that.
Wait, it's very us.
That's what
That
I'm
entire
saying.
thing is very us.
It's kinda
smell my
something that
feet, pulling down my underwear. Like that's every episode of this podcast.
Kind of something that we could have wrote.
It's very bad influences.
We're like the Francis Scott Key of Halloween.
I feel like every gay person prioritizes Halloween and Halloween costumes specifically over family, friendships, and work. Like,
Leave them in the dust. Leave
Leave
them in the
them in
dust
the
for those
dust.
costumes. Yep.
put them behind you because honestly, it's mid to late July, it's time to plan Halloween.
Yeah.
And it's time to get really serious.
Yeah.
I
Shit.
feel like we've reached this point though where I'm like, you guys can't possibly have like this many events to go to.
Yeah.
Like, why are there 6 or 7 costumes on a grid post? Like, how is that happening? And I'm the first offender.
Yeah.
I used to actually set up a lighting rig in my basement and do shoots.
I'm going to give it a pass for 2 costumes. Anything more than that.
You're a cosplayer.
You're
and
a
just
cosplayer.
accept it.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
It's literally fine.
You really put that into perspective for me. You called me a cosplayer recently.
And again, Joe, that was by no disrespect.
No, yeah, I understood.
I was calling you out on your bullshit because you like to dabble.
I'm a big dabbler.
You're a
I feel like dabbling is like one of my main things that I experience. But as a kid, a Halloween costume gave you, like, especially as a gay boy, like, I feel like I wasn't like getting dress up things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on Halloween, I was like, I'm gonna pick the most versatile thing that I could then wear for like dress up and like playing pretend for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So that experience, like getting to add like either a wig or like some sort of costume to my like chest in my room that was filled with costumes,
That
like
you could just whip out at any moment.
Yeah. And I fucking loved doing that. Like that was my favorite thing.
For us
I
to
had
get dressed
so
up
many
and run around
costumes
in
in
your
that
backyard.
room. Yeah. I had Master Chief. I had a Dementor from Harry Potter. I had like Grim Reaper. I had Napoleon Dynamite. That was to my first Halloween party. Should we get into that for a second?
Your first Halloween party or Halloween parties?
It's 3rd grade.
Yes.
It's 3rd grade. I get invited to Cece Susano's Halloween party.
Oh my gosh.
It is like truly, you know, that experience as a kid, especially like you walk into a party and it's like, it was my first like themed party.
And you're like,
holy fucking shit. They have chalices.
God. There's smoke all over the floor.
There's smoke machines. There's like fun lighting, and there's like scene setters, and there's like themed
food.
There's food and there's chalices. We have chalices.
Like
I went home and I said, Mom and Dad, I must have an intensely themed Halloween party. And my parents listened and they committed. And I did steal Cece Susano's party. And for the rest of my life, I committed to having an intensely themed Halloween party. And I do feel like they were kind of an exclusive ticket.
Joe, they were so exclusive. There was so much buildup surrounding this party. Like, I'm different than you when it came to preparing for our costumes.
I feel like I was assigning you costumes.
You were assigning me tasks. Again, I love some instruction. You were assigning me a costume, and then I wouldn't execute on that costume until probably the day before.
Which always stressed me out.
Yeah, because I was like, but did I ever let you down? And you can be completely honest. Or did I always come up to stunt?
You never let me down. Yeah, I just went through the whole like 15 years of it.
I always came up to stunt to that party. But
you
when
did.
you walked through the door at your Halloween parties,
you're walking under like an inflatable arch of a Grim Reaper.
You're kind of scared. And
it's a little bit spooky. The house is decorated spooky ooky.
It got so scary. It got almost too scary.
It was getting intense.
When you got those hands on the windows.
Those zombies on the windows. Yeah, no, like my parents loved to theme it out. And again, it was like, when we were kids, it was cute. Like, it was like fun. Like, there was some really incredible like decor happening. There was that skull with the fruit punch coming out of its nose. That was a fountain for you to get your drinks. Like, they were really, my dad was really thinking creatively.
Very creative. And your mother's food spread.
I
would go to the grave talking about that food spread.
There was so many themed snacks. It felt truly like, I don't even know how to put it into words. Like, my Halloween parties really were like the best days of my life. Like, every year it was like it was more important than Christmas. It was more important than my birthday. Like, Halloween was so fucking special to me.
Were you stressed?
I do remember like hysterically sobbing every year, which I still do before any party I ever host. Like, being like, I'm never doing this again. I hate you guys. Like, slamming my door shut and then coming down like in a wig being like, hey, Andrew's coming in 5 minutes. Yeah, they were high stress, but they were so, like, the reward was worth it. Like, I literally always would leave those parties, like, everyone would go home and I'd be like, I'm fucked up. Like, I had so much sugar. I had so much candy. Like, I had so many snacks. Like, I feel horrible.
disgusting.
My first hangovers really happened.
Drunk as hell.
With absolutely no
Drunk
alcohol.
off of those Oreo truffle eyeballs.
Oh my god.
The way that you can put Oreos and cream cheese together, make a truffle and dip it in chocolate, put a little
And I would
dot
have about
on it.
45 in a row.
Oh, at least.
Easily.
At least
Easily.
popping them in like it was my job.
Yep.
Like I needed oxygen.
Oh my god, fuck, shit!
Oh no, it's a bloodbath in here. There's gotta be a better way to get my dagger clean and shiny safely than this. This is what I used to deal with when I cut myself shaving before I knew about Manscaped. Thank you, Manscaped, for keeping my dagger slick and ready for whatever the night takes me. Manscaped is trusted by over 6 million men worldwide. Join the movement by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code GOODCHILDREN.
That's good children.
That's good children at manscaped.com.
That was one of the most psychotic things you've ever done. The police are on the way.
I told you, if I'm gonna commit, I'm gonna commit. And I think that everybody on this floor is probably like, someone was just murdered.
Yeah, no, people are like, what's that?
Manscaped, let me tell you guys, is
They don't pay
getting-
us enough for that. That's what I'm gonna say.
They don't, but they are getting creative with their ads.
They're copying,
and
yeah.
pretty good. I'll tell you one thing. My dagger's not dagging these balls.
5th grade, we were greasers.
So that was
We
a
were
good one.
greasers, and we had our pink ladies, and I will never forget going to your mom, who was a principal,
Yep.
the Halloween party at her school.
Yep.
And we walked in there,
Like
and
we
I
owned the
felt
building.
like the hottest piece of ass
Yeah.
in the entire world.
I could only imagine I felt like John Travolta.
I was exactly.
Exactly.
I was like, we're about to walk in, and we were like 5th grade, and like, so there was going to be other 5th graders, some kids from religion were going to be there.
Yep.
And I remember being like, we're about to fucking walk in here looking this good to all of these random kids. Like, and like, I was like, and I know the principal. Like,
Yeah.
this is actually going to be the best night
I'm
of my
like,
life.
that's my mom.
And I was like, that's his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember walking, there was like a haunted house moment in that party.
They did a
They
phenomenal
did a really, really good job.
Really,
It was like
really good haunted house.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And I just felt so fucking cool.
Yep.
And Halloween gives you the opportunity to feel cool.
Feel really cool, regardless of the age you
Yeah.
are. And I do think for adults with Halloween, like, it allows you to be a kid again. For that
It does.
one time a year that you allow yourself, especially if you're not really always reconnecting with your inner child, it gives you that one day to do so.
It really does. And it also just like,
Do you think that this podcast is just like a continuation of Halloween? The feeling of Halloween? Of being a
I'm gonna
kid?
throw up.
Yeah.
It kind of does give me
Kinda
that
gives that.
energy. I feel like I don't know. Do you feel like your costumes that you wear as an adult reflect that? Or do you feel like
I mean,
you're-
I feel like there's a pressure as you get older to like
be hot?
sexy it up.
Yeah. And that's literally fine.
It's literally fine, but I still think that we do a good job of balance.
Yeah, like Lorelai and Suki,
Suki-
were fucking sexy.
We were so hot, and then I was a sexy cow that year.
You were
too.
a sexy count. I was Dakota Fanning in Uptown Girls.
and we in those moments, sexy.
Sexy, yeah. I used to always try my best to like edge toward what I wanted to be like
Yeah,
on Halloween, so that then I had an excuse to like ask my parents for the thing I wanted.
yeah.
Flintstones, it's when things got weird for us.
Phenomenal costume. It is where things got weird for us. We're still young enough to obviously dress up. And
I know, it was like
normal.
early 6th grade. Like we were still
Yeah.
kids.
Yes, we were
But
still
you're
like.
claiming people were out and about like
I
being
think that's when
hooligans?
shaving. I think when the hooligan shaving creamers came out.
Do you think shaving cream, like, do you think that, like, big shaving cream is, like, pushing an agenda when it comes to Halloween?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, they're
I think
probably
that
making the most sales they make. the
Edge
whole
is
year.
like,
They're like, we're about to fucking be rich. Like, it's
like-
their big holiday.
they're like, want shaving cream, and they're marketing it to 11-year-old. And like, who has the money? Where are
And,
they
like,
getting
what
the
is the
shaving?
point? What is the point of it? What is the purpose?
To create chaos, to wreak
yeah.
havoc.
Just like
Silly string, the double S's.
It's
I mean,
literally like we don't need silly string is what evolutionary purpose does silly string serve in this planet that we live on?
what do you want to do? Who's cleaning it up?
Who's creating it and for what reason?
Nope.
What does it do?
Nothing.
What does it do?
Nothing. Because, oh my God, toilet paper.
I was like, what?
I'm sorry, it just hit me in that moment because I know. Yeah, I did. Because silly string people with silly string trees.
I know, but look, it's just to vandalize. It's like spray paint.
It's just to
spray
vandalize.
paint. You can paint things.
Yeah. I think it was more marketed as like you are going to use silly string like for decor.
Absolutely not.
You don't think?
No.
For battles. It really was just for battles.
It's a weapon.
It was
Silly
a
string
weapon.
is a class A weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't bring that on a plane.
No.
You literally can't.
Yeah.
That's like the number one thing.
Silly string.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. People were going around toilet papering trees.
I don't know. Like that would make me legit cry.
Yeah.
Like if I was a child and if my house got TP'd, I think I actually would have been like, we have to move.
Yeah.
Like
did it ever? Yeah.
Like one strand of toilet
people
paper.
were going around with eggs and toilet paper, throwing it up in trees.
I kind of like do feel like it harkens me back to the Puritan days in a way. I hate to bring her
about
up.
it, Abigail.
I just think it's like it is interesting how like Halloween is one of the few times a year where like kids, even the good kids except for us, would like kind of explore like rebelling and being like, fuck this. Like especially in suburbia, like there's something like kind of nuts to me in like a artistic way about that. Like kids are like, I'm gonna like silly string a house, I'm gonna toilet paper a house, and it's like like angst and that like rage you have at like 12 being taken on Halloween night.
Like, take an egg, just do it, just
do
it. And you're like,
I would actually I know that you already said you'd rather be hit by a car. Like I would turn myself in before I threw an egg at someone.
Because you know the cops were lingering.
I know, and I was like also like I don't know why religion was so prevalent in my Halloween education. Like I remember watching David and Goliath. Remember that show? We used to it was like an old cartoon from the 60s, and we used to watch it in religion sometimes. And I remember like again learning about Devil's Night. I'm feeling really interested in Devil's Night. If you're a kid who got to celebrate Devil's Night, if you're like in the Northeast, I want to hear more.
Tell us about your Devil's Night.
Yeah, please.
Anyways, 7th grade.
7th grade. Okay. The Halloween costumes we wore in 7th grade deserve no less treatment than being displayed in the Smithsonian.
Yeah, we were hot as hell.
I remember that was like my first pair of skinny jeans.
Yep.
I remember buying them in Walmart.
Yep.
I went to the Walmart in Sunrise Mall with my mom, and I was like, I need black tight jeans for this costume. It was based on a book series called Vladimir Todd, the Vladimir Todd Chronicles. And I had I think he was my first crush, was Vladimir Todd the vampire. Like I was in love with Vladimir Todd, and I was like, I need to be him for Halloween. So I enlisted you and Joe Napoli into this, and I said, we are doing Vladimir Todd. And what Vladimir Todd meant for us was spray painting our hair black, coloring a streak into our hair, getting old shirts made, matching shirts, fake jewelry, fake nose piercings, fake lips piercings, fake eyebrow piercings, little like goth gloves.
Yes.
Converse, black Converse.
My first time buying Converse, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you got to explore fashion kind of in Halloween. And then I don't know, like I literally think about that day of my life, and I think that was like genuinely the first time I felt hot.
Yep.
Was getting dressed up in gothic vampire drag for Halloween.
And people are like, wait, what are you guys?
And we're like, we're Vladimir Todd. You're like, I have no idea what that is.
They're like, what is that, Andrew? I'm like, it's a book. In 8th grade, we waddled our way around.
That was our like straight era, I think.
Yeah.
Like we were penguins.
Because we were like, we're kind of funny.
We're goofy.
We're so goofy. We're going to be penguins.
Penguins. And that was honestly a very freeing costume.
So comfortable.
9th grade.
9th grade, we went away from the butch and we embraced our curves.
I remember, so this was our first year we split apart.
Yes.
You are in Farmingdale, I'm in St. Anthony's.
Yes.
But we stuck together for Halloween.
We couldn't have gotten closer.
Yeah. So what's interesting about this one is like when you do dress up as a Hooters girl, you kind of anticipate like you're gonna wear like a fake boob, like you're gonna like put some like padding in your ass, like you're gonna really like caricaturize a Hooters girl.
And we did complete opposite. We just wore skin tight shirts with booty shorts and
wigs. We wore wigs that we already had.
Yep. That was our Deborah and Linda wigs.
Yeah, that's all we did.
And I thought I was the hottest girl anyone's ever seen. My face was like
You named yourself, I think, Francesca. How could
It was
you
a
not?
part of my
It was
persona.
yeah, you really committed to the bit. 10th grade is honestly, you guys, like, I've thought long and hard about this, and I honestly think it's worth talking about because I think it's insane to pretend it didn't happen. In 10th grade, I had an obscenely innocent yet ignorant obsession with Native Americans, and it was the year where I was like, I want to dress up as a Native American. And that I did.
And you did.
And I think that like growth is looking back on that and
Yeah.
being like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And like more growth is like talking about it.
Yeah.
So that was my 10th grade Halloween costume. It was, there
You were doing it
will
more
be no
because
asset. You know, like we're skipping
Yeah.
this one visually.
Yeah. And you're airing your dirty laundry. And
I'm airing my dirty
you've
laundry.
really learned.
I've absolutely learned my
And,
lesson. Like
yeah.
that was,
If
and
you did that today, I would
can you
put
imagine?
in the grave.
Can you imagine? And then like, but here's the thing. So I did that. And then I felt guilt from it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like once I like learned that it was
Yeah.
literally stupid. So then I became like a fucking cop where I was like, if I saw anyone doing it, like I would be like, fuck this stupid, ignorant bitch. Like, don't you know how wrong this is? Like,
Yeah.
don't you know how horrible this is? And like, I wasn't wrong, but
Yeah.
like, I'm like, it was so clearly overcompensating for
Yeah.
like my own guilt. So I was like, I'm going to tear into these people instead of being like what I needed at the time, which was like, you're being dumb. You know,
Yeah.
like it could have, it's such a gentler approach.
Yeah. 11th grade.
11th grade.
I went back to drag.
11th grade was The Great Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby. The
Oh my
flapper.
God.
I obviously you've seen the pictures. I fully shaved my chest, and the
Andrew,
fact
can we talk about that for a second? Because you didn't tell anyone you were shaving your chest. I am now at this point obsessed with The Great Gatsby. I'm like, this is my life. I'm having a 1920s Halloween party. Andrew shows up in his like very similar to this very low cut moment in a dress, a gown moment. And I remember looking at you and being like, did you shave your chest?
and I'm like,
Yeah.
My mom helped me get ready. Like people helped me get
Oh
ready.
yeah, of course.
I had a red lip on.
Yes, you did.
I showed up to your
fishnet?
party, a fishnet stocking. Done.
The veil lifted.
Yeah, it did.
The veil lifted at that point. That was also the year of Hurricane Sandy.
That's when I think a lot of things shifted when it came to trick or treating.
Just to detour into Hurricane Sandy for a second, people lost their lives. People lost their homes.
Yes.
Irreparable damage was done. I had the best time. I had the best.
Yeah, you were like, you know what? Do you have power?
Yeah, a little bit. Just enough to
enough
stream
power.
all of American Horror Story season 1.
Cause
We're stronger than the storm.
It's Chris
I just want to say
Christie.
that Chris Christie snapped with that
New
when
Jersey
he commissioned that song.
Snapped with that
Who
song.
sings it? Is it Bruce? Senior year, I was like a fucking Oktoberfest, like Bavarian little German boy. And that just makes me sad.
Why? I feel like that was so on brand for you, like PETA. Was that not like...
No, like wasn't inspired by the Hunger Games. I was just like trying to make something. I was trying to pick something that was like, again, like straight.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is like something a straight guy would do.
And I did polar opposite.
You said I'm literally fucking flaming.
I'm using the same exact wig and I'm showing up in a freaking robe with hair curlers and I'm a grandma.
Another part of Halloween
Yeah.
that I so deeply love is a Halloween special or even a Halloween Disney Channel original movie. And I will say one thing. The scariest, most absolutely horrifying experience to ever happen to me in my 26 years of life, the thing that will stick with me until I die, the thing that will haunt me in my sleep more
I'm,
often
like,
than I care to admit,
Petrified.
is The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody's The Ghost of Sweet
Oh,
613.
yeah, Joe, obviously.
What right did the Sprouse twins have in executing on that performance?
I'd like to bring him in the room.
I would like to honestly ask them for an apology.
Yeah.
I would like to ask everyone involved except Brenda Song, because she could do
No
no
wrong.
wrong, an extreme apology for putting me through that as a child.
Yeah.
That was the scariest shit I had ever seen.
Yes.
Haunted.
Haunting, like, Mr. Mosby didn't deserve that. My heart didn't deserve that either.
And then they're like, ha 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 ha, it was just
Just
a
a joke.
prank. And I'm like,
No, it wasn't
and
funny.
then when she says, excuse me, at the end, she's real. And they're like, what? I wanted to drop dead. Haunting. But excellent.
Amazing.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. We're gonna put
Let's
it
do
on
it.
tonight. I'm so excited. Following that experience.
Obviously, we've talked about it before, but Halloweentown.
Bum 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 ba da 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 ba ba da ba.
Can I be honest? I'm Halloweentown out.
Yeah, we overdid it. We overdid it this year.
We overdid it.
We were watching it recently and we said, should we go for a walk instead?
We said, is this not good?
It's not that it's not
not good. It's just like I've seen it so many times.
I've seen it enough.
But I'll say it and I'll say it again.
Calabar,
hot, too scary.
Oh, Calabar is
Too
a
scary.
frightening character for children.
Halloweentown 2, I have nightmares.
Is that when they're frozen in the movie theater?
No, that's the first one.
What's the second one?
I, again, know nothing about it besides, aren't there socks? There's a
You've
man.
been talking about the socks actually for years.
There's a man with socks. And all I remember is Aggie, like, going into this portal and falling into this man's house with socks.
I kind of know what you're talking about.
It's like the dance party, and then they're like, I need to get into the portal. I need to get into the portal. And if the portal closes.
A dance party?
There was a dance party, I'm pretty positive, a Halloween party or something, and there was a portal that connected the mortal world to the Halloweentown world. And like,
I'm remembering. I'm gonna say one thing, and you get upset when I say this. Marnie Cromwell, gay. Sophie Cromwell, gay. Dylan Cromwell, gay. Gwen Cromwell, gay. Agatha Cromwell, gay. Calabar, gay. That is one of the gayest movies I have ever seen in my entire life. It is so extremely homo. It's insane to me. And I mean that obviously as an ally to the gay community.
With a kind heart. Honestly, so is that damn skeleton.
Benny? Yeah. Let's just replace Halloweentown with the... Oh my God. Is Halloweentown an allegory for
I was
being
just
gay?
thinking that. It was
Is
like,
that the
'cause
whole
you're
point?
different? You're a little bit different.
They're all different. And Gwen's like, no, I can't go back to Halloweentown. She's bi. And she's like, no, my mortal husband. I can't go back to Halloweentown. And Agatha's like, I'm a lesbian witch. I'm a 300-year-old lesbian witch. And all of your kids are gay.
Who was the damn witch that she was friends with that got frozen first?
Oh my God, she was clearly gay.
They were lovers.
They were lovers.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I actually don't even know how to process this.
Making up a song about Coraline.
I never liked that. Oh, she just took me over. I never liked that movie.
You were freaked out. It would be so genuinely remiss, and I would have to stop doing this podcast if we just wrapped up this movie segment and did not bring up Twitches. Because that's disgusting. That's disgusting of us. As Twitches
ourselves? What?
That movie...
Tia and Tamara
deserve, at the very least, like Emmy nominees.
Yes.
For that film.
I agree.
That is one of the best Disney Channel movies.
Yes.
It's so slept on.
Yeah. A phenomenal movie. Very scary, because when that cloud came in,
I was sick to my stomach.
I was so sick.
I was horrified.
And especially when it
Clenching
permeated into the real world, when it came through the door.
At her Halloween party, at her birthday party.
What are you going to do?
At her 21st birthday party. Like, Twitches deserves its roses.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking good. I'm a little hungry.
I'm starving.
Okay, so in front of us sits one of the most important parts of any JOE Hedges Halloween party. It's honestly an activity that we plan for you guys.
Yep.
That's really exciting for the group. We told you earlier this week to get your marshmallows, your pretzels, and your fruit roll-ups. And right now, Martha Stewart and Ina Garten are here to coach you through a little tutorial.
How to make the best marshmallow mummy you've
ever had.
seen.
So, Andrew, coach us through it. Walk us through it.
Okay, so what we're going to do here, you guys, is take 2 to 3 marshmallows. I say 3.
It's 3.
We're going to take 3 marshmallows. We're going to take 1 stick and 1 fruit roll-up. Let me get mine.
Remember our fruit roll-up episode? It feels like 10 years ago.
It does. R.I.P. Jill.
Yeah.
So, what you're going to do, place 1 marshmallow on the end. Take the other
You
marshmallow.
gotta be very careful with this because you don't want your pretzel to snap.
Nope. And then you're just gonna put the marshmallows on this stick until it kind of resembles a snowman.
It is giving snowman.
You can stop here if you wanted it for Christmas. If you wanted to get the frosting for the eyeballs, by all means. Wasn't in the budget this year.
And then you're gonna take your fruit roll up, honestly, the way you would wrap a person in toilet paper, and you're just gonna roll that fruit roll up around your mummy, like so.
But you want some of the white still showing.
Yes.
Because that is what any mummy would look like if you were to see them out of the tomb. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm a man for texture. Let me just tell you that.
This gives you every texture.
You're getting soft. You're getting crunchy. You're getting gummy. The flavor of the fruit roll, it's so good it knocked my hat off. We know exactly what time it is. It's time for
The girls' room. I asked everyone to send in some spooky questions. Most will be used on our Patreon that comes out on Friday. This week's question is going to be a little bit fun. It's not going to be too heavy for you guys. Is Bloody Mary an ally?
Absolutely.
The thing is, as we've talked about, we've honestly extensively covered Bloody Mary on this podcast. Any woman who says, I'll show up if you spin around 3 times is an ally to me.
Yeah, it's honestly like, she's a drag queen.
And she's a connoisseur of queer art.
Yeah,
of
she
queer
is.
youth and queer art.
Yeah, because for all of those little gay boys that were doing pirouettes in the bathroom, she was like, I see you.
She's like, I've seen you a million times. Yeah, every 15 minutes she sees you. She's like, there he is again.
I'm here, you guys.
Spins.
Boo.
You kind of do give me Bloody Mary.
Do I give you Bloody Mary?
Like, I just feel like if one of us was to be Bloody Mary in the situation, it would be you.
Okay. I mean, I'll take anything as a compliment. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds good to me. I'm so happy that you thought of me that way.
Halloween for me, like I've said, is just always this time to kind of be spooked, and just have a silly, fun time.
And not take yourself too seriously.
It's a great reminder.
If you want to wear anything that you want to wear, do it on Halloween.
If you want to wear a nursing gown, by all means. By all means. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for celebrating Halloween with us and enjoying this spooky, silly holiday.
You know exactly where to find us. You can find us.
Would you fuck a ghost?
Oh, Joe, yeah.
Okay, continue.
I would do both.
What does that mean?
I would
You're always like specifying fuck or being fucked, but when I'm saying fuck, I'm just saying fuck.
Yeah, but like I think that I like to specify. And I think that's a personal thing.
Yeah,
so
but I'm just saying,
fine.
like, yeah, like you could fuck a ghost, like you could flip fuck, you could fuck, like he could fuck, you could suck, like there's so many opportunities for like fucking and sucking.
Literally,
like, but like just fuck. Fuck is a catch-all for all of it.
All right, we're fucking ghosts. We're not gonna get into you in a scream mask. Anyways, you guys, you know exactly where to find us. You can find us on Instagram at Good Children Pod. We're almost at 10K.
We're almost at 5K. We just hit 5K today.
That's exactly what I mean.
You're right.
And we know more than 10,000 people listen to this podcast, so...
Yeah, what's going on with it? That's a great point. There's a
well
lot
over
more.
10,000
people listen to this every week. What are you guys doing?
They
you
don't
guys not have Instagram? Like,
they don't want to see it, Joe.
They don't see it?
I guess. I don't know.
You're a casual listener to this? You're like, I don't want any more than this. I don't want to go beyond.
I kind of like... Good for them.
I applaud a casual listener. I'm just like, we're there. We're online. We're posting.
We're posting a lot. We're on Instagram at Good Children Pod. I'm on Instagram at Andrew Muscarella.
I'm on Instagram at JOE HEGYES.
And you know where to find us on TikTok. We're at Good Children Pod.
Absolutely, we are.
Yeah, we are. And you know what to do. Do your homework.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, rate. Give us 5 stars, Spotify, Apple Music, any other streaming platform. I want you to tweet about us. I want you to post about us.
Yep.
Share us your stories. Share us with a friend. Continue to spread the good word. We love it. We live for it. We are obsessed with you.
Yeah.
And We cannot wait to see you
at the Bell House on November 22nd. And
we're
you guys,
we're sold out. We sold out,
We
you
sold
guys.
out our first show in New York City.
A sold out show.
Ugh.
What a fucking dream come true.
Truly.
Like, truly thank you so much. Have a safe and happy Halloween.
Yes,
And don't
please.
forget to slay. Dress however you want. And
Eat all the candy you
want.
want.
And if you see any silly string, if you see any fucking shaving cream, smack it out of someone's hand.
Smack it.
Time's up. And now, time for an exclusive clip from this Friday's Bad Influences with Good Children. In 6th grade, our assignment was to write a letter to a business that we loved. I chose Donald Trump.
Of course.
I was an apprentice stan at this time. This was also, let's be clear, 2007. I wrote Donald Trump one of the most glowing letters a 6th grader could ever write, in which I said I admire his business practices. I admire the fact that he doesn't drink alcohol.
Yep.
I included that in it. I was like, I really respect the fact that you don't drink. I'm in 6th grade. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm in 6th grade. I pitched him Apprentice Junior, where I was like, I would love to be a contestant on an Apprentice Junior, where you help young, aspiring entrepreneurs like myself to understand the business.
Little did he know.
And I said, like, I'm a huge fan, and I never heard back.
You're kidding.
And that's why I didn't vote for him in 2016.
And that's the only reason. And I wrote to Ron Zoni.
Go to the link in our bio for more exclusive content. I could do that, and
Okay.
you could do it. He did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
The Monster Mash.
He did the Monster Mash.